back to Spelljammer Inaugural class. Second part. Or I guess third part, whatever. The point is I'm calling it a part so I don't have to do I am your storyteller. I am Kjarl O'Larland. First, Wilhelm, or William the Fifth, and also known as Quick. And these are players. Absinthe.
I am CB. I play Absinthe, a 6-inch tall fairy.
Goose.
I am the sound of a clattering battery on my desk. No. I'm currently named Ira, also known as Goose, also known as Tenon now. Currently, I am the usually very jovial enigma of a gray tabby cat known as Goose, and let's fuck shit up.
And Irina. Go ahead.
I am Irina, and I play, and she is an angsty teenager that is very traumatized and doesn't really know how even herself feels. So, yeah.
Oh. And we do have a couple of what were guest players in last sessions, but will spectators in this session. Fighter, like to hi.
Hi.
And he, or if you want by Jerry Donald, go ahead and say.
I'm Jerry. I play Yeez and Zhao.
But of course, in this session, just gonna be spectating. I basically, I'm gonna try to remember to describe things a little bit, but basically, you guys are evacuated. That's the long and short of it. Is you guys are like, yeah, this rock is falling out of the sky. Let's get out of here.
And everyone else died.
Well, I mean, not yet.
No. I'll make it a point to stay and make sure that they are dead. They fucking dropped me out of space. They dropped me and my
ripped
sister
you out of the ethereal plane and dropped you out of space. Let's get this right.
Yeah. I'm going for Therion's ship first. I'm driving that bitch into his front door. I'll rip the
small fun fact, in order for pirates to be able to ambush people by going from the astral plane to the ethereal plane, they have to use chronomancy.
Oh, that's kind of sick, actually.
Which, by the way, two types of magic that are banned by the divines, talking about cosmology: chronomancy and necromancy. So that's why those are, like, basically why necromancy is considered, and why chronomancy is very rare.
Oh, I do
it's
that
basically
a lot,
necromancy.
Actually.
It's basically
What is chronomancy?
Time magic. Time magic.
So basically what I did in that one adventure.
Yeah. Basically, you're all wanted by the gods, and they will come and hunt you down. No, generally the gods let slip. That's why gods don't come down and smite everyone. See, but for instance, the reason why those aren't allowed is because they break the reincarnation cycle. If you can use chronomancy to, like, not reincarnate and, like, try to death, right? Which the universe needs souls to keep running and needs that cycle going. Necromancy does the same thing. That's why liches are abomination. With all of that useless information. Session.
How does that tie into mimics? Anyways.
As you are all in the helm of Spelljammer Academy, a massive pillar of rock that was drifting through space, or the sea, and is now plummeting Abier. Along with Absinthe, Goose, Irina are two pirates. Or I guess, yeah, 3 pirates. I always forget about the Wood Elf. He's just kind of been here, I guess. But
Leave that fucker behind.
As yes, this you're basically all here. You know what? Go ahead. Goose, Irina, and Absinthe, go ahead and all make history checks for me. But yeah, the Captain Wilhelm Reaver is in the helms. Well, Stormbrew.
I got a
Sposen.
6.
So saying you're all in there is a little bit of misinformation, as Irina and Wilhelm II, although their bodies are in the room, their souls are occupying the ship itself, as their bodies are functionally dead, ripped out of their bodies and put in the Spelljamming Academy in order to control it as a Spelljammer does. Anyone who watching who knows about Spelljamming lore, don't at me. I don't care. This is how I'm doing it. That was a very standoffish way of saying your lore's lore, your lore. I don't care how you do lore. Don't bother how I do lore. Go. But yes, Goose, what was your history?
I'm loading.
Oh, okay. I love it. And Absinthe, what's your history?
Nine.
Okay,
One word. That was better
Goose,
than me.
Goose, if you have physical dice, you can just straight roll it.
But I
this-
don't have a.
You don't have physical dice? I can roll for you.
Or no, I do have straight dice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need modifiers for it. It's not that important.
But I do need modifiers. They're what make me feel good. 15.
15? Okay, Goose. You actually recognize this wood elf.
This motherfucker?
Yeah, you recognize the wood elf. This wood elf was basically, you remember him getting kicked out of the academy as you get.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah.
He got kicked out.
Which, if you remember, you would remember Wilhelm at one point making a comment that everyone on his crew is on a vendetta. So make of that of what you will. But yes, you guys are in the helm's room. 2 of you having your bodies pulled, 1 of you and having your bodies pulled into the academy itself, and the seal on the door has opened. So it's now just a door.
Oh, we're actually going through how we're getting out?
Well, I'm gonna say, let's go. Roll a d6. As along with 1 other security member, have basically are going to go like try to evacuate. Fighter to save his ship.
What was the name of the more important person?
Bosun Tarto. Bosun Tarto is there along with
That's the meeting that would have
5.
the stones?
Yeah, she has the sending stones.
I killed her.
Oh yeah, you killed her, right?
And
Well, technically,
her-
like she is named enough that she's making that safe, but
I did more than.
Goose, you're very
Um,
quiet.
I did like 40 fucking damage to that bitch. She better be dead.
It was between 2 attacks though.
Correct. She was knocked unconscious, and then I did 17 to her.
No.
Gotcha.
As so, go ahead, Goose, go ahead and roll initiative. Roll initiative for Mayhem separately. Absinthe, go ahead and roll. And for our spectators, I am basically, you guys will both have, you guys will both have, 3 points. You can spend, spend those points to either re-roll a roll, any roll, whether it be a damage roll, an attack roll, a percentile roll, any roll you can choose to have it re-rolled, or you can spend it on a plot point to add something small in, or well, basically, if you have an idea, just pitch it and I'll say yes or no. So that's what you spectators. Absinthe, what's your initiative?
23.
E3. Okay, Goose, what's your initiative?
8.
And what's Mayhem's?
Also 8.
Oh, fat load of good having you roll separate.
Yeah, I'm like flat on the die, but
Okay. Yeah. So, Absinthe, it's your turn first.
So we have 12 people to kill.
No, there are 4 people.
Oh, only 4.
Yeah.
probably 12.
Disappointed.
Yeah. No, you might be misremembering what I said, that there were more people, like, coming up the stairs and coming down from the spell dock. So, but yeah, it's 4 remaining. There were 9 in all, including Fighter, E, and...
I don't think that we were worried about them.
Exactly.
I don't plan on trying to kill Fighter, Yi, or
Misha.
Misha. The 1d4. No, come on now.
Uh-oh.
As a bonus, well, no, I'll save that. Yeah, I guess I'll just double swap one of the people.
Yeah. go ahead and Dex.
Nat 20.
No.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
And there goes a bloodline.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't do Way of Mercy with this one. It's only 16 damage.
16. That.
16.
Yeah. As you you go ahead and just like hit a solid gut punch, just like flying around the.
Oh no, they're all still at the genitalia.
Oh, cool. Okay, yeah. Well,
Bloodline.
yeah. So as you I did just you were in the room. There's a closed door. Just opening the door and flying out.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So the door's open. You fly out. Go ahead and punch the nearest one in the groin. They are in a bad way. As yeah, they like kind of fall to like fall back and like to one knee. As then they're like roughly face level to you. As they are still up.
Well, we'll swap them again. This time we're gonna use feet to the groin. Because monk.
Yep. Go ahead and make that attack.
But I'm gonna wink at him between strikes. Oh my god.
Oh. Oh my.
What did
That's
you get?
another nat
Another
20.
nat 20?
And there it is. There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead, go ahead and
Straight up and
love it. Yeah, so you punch him in the balls as he falls to the ground. You wink at him and then like go to like you had said you were kicking, so you like go to you look like you're going to go like kick up and like hit his jaw and bust his jaw as like he kind of like dodges away, as then you just do a loop-de-loop and just use that downward momentum, just boom, whack in the balls as he just like flies into the ceiling and like ping pongs around the around the hallway, like slamming into another yeah 20, it's there like goes over their mouths. So
I love the wink.
you had brought him down to 1 HP, by the way, before with the first hit.
that's just insult to injury.
Yeah. As anything else?
Can I, as a bonus action, do an intimidation tech and just be like, fucking leave?
Yeah, go ahead.
Uh, 14 straight, 18 if I have advantage for the double nat 20.
Okay. Yeah. So what was that?
Basically looked at him and went, fuck it.
They the fear that you have become accustomed to sweeps across this small number of security personnel.
Probably very much going, I've heard about him. No.
As then it is okay. As then one of the other guards goes and Goose, what is Mayhem? What is his passive stealth?
He just stabbed a lady twice. Oh wait, he is a spider.
He is a spider.
Yeah. Passive stealth is 18.
18? Yeah, okay, yeah. As the one of the guards kind of like looks around, like put down a billy stick, as then billy stick ignites with the heat of a red star surrounding. With
Perfect.
or actually no, it just has like this billy stick just has like the point, and the point is like a small red. As they go and swing at you. Go ahead. Okay. Yeah, they swing it. That is. As then they also like have their shield up already. 16 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, and then their second attack is higher than that. Why is they decided to word it? Okay. That is going to be 11 points of radiant damage.
Of radiant damage? That's obscure. Okay.
I run radiant. I run radiant as being pure magic, not holy.
Oh. Okay. I have resistance against magical effects.
Not technically how that works. Magical effect is like this is still just damage.
Okay. Actually, I'll, as my reaction, give Mayhem resistance to that.
Okay. How do you spell baton?
B-A-T-O-N.
Okay, that it truly isn't in here. There are actual rules for okay, because they have freaking disintegration sticks, which you guys would know because you would have read the pamphlet when you first arrived.
We chucked those pamphlets aside.
It is
Said we have bets to win.
they're gonna then switch to defensive. As it is Goose.
There's only the two fuckers. Like I'm Goose. In and of himself is like, okay, hold them off for fucking I don't know a minute. Fuck, I'm gonna like start casting the teleportation circle. Mayhem is stabbing Tarto 2 more times.
Fuck. Why?
And is going to continue stabbing Tarto. He's actually not going to be a spider anymore. He has to use an action to do that. So he's still a spider. He's just he's trying to kill Tarto.
You know what? No, it's way more cinematic if you turn back into a cat and start doing it.
Perfect.
Yeah. So I'm just allowing you to do that.
So yeah, he just fucking impale just.
Yeah.
She's the one that gave the fucking order to drop us out of the sky.
Yeah, as you go and you like begin to like get ready to swing down and attack, as you like as you're going to like go stab, you see like a crest, like pinned onto her,
Mm-hmm.
onto her shirt, kind of like inside of her coat that kind of opened up, so that it wouldn't be visible. You see a Therian brand on this pin, and it is glowing. It was glowing before you started to attack, so it's not. It's clear that it's not in a direct reaction to. But you
just
spot
notable
this
that it is
as you're
currently
going.
doing something to her. Was it
Well,
glowing
actually,
when
with
I
your,
killed?
with your magic
or
eyes, you
not
have magic
become her?
eyes, right?
Mhm.
So the magic eye, they're like kind of the dead magic, has
Mm-hmm.
passed through, and natural magics are. You, it is weak. It is almost like natural magics are still having to fight against presence that exists.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell that, no, never mind. Your eyes are working. You can tell that this is, I get, no, what, yeah, this is necromancy.
Mm.
And you can
Oh.
tell,
I just take that bitch, or like, do I have to like use part of my action for that?
yeah, so you like, go, like, turn into a cat, go to stab, and then you're like, shiny.
Well, no, I
So-
stab. I feel like, and then like hook it, and like,
Oh, yeah. So
because it's
what are
with his
you
tail,
stabbing?
right?
You're stabbing with your, like, the tail.
Yeah, it's like a stinger hidden in the feathers, and like when it like
Yeah.
extends out when it goes to.
Yeah, as, yeah, you, do that. So, are you doing a full, you can do an action to make her death save fail once. Or you can do
Yep.
a full round action to coup de grace and just make her fail all of them at once. But it would be a bonus action to take the thing off of. So you would be able to do that this turn.
I can do one of my attacks as a reaction by sacrificing Goose's bonus action, and then
Tough.
Mayhem still has his bonus action.
Yep. Okay.
So stab, stab, hook.
Cool. So she has failed 2 death saves. Okay. As yeah,
For
you
anyone
grab it
curious.
and you like hook as it kind of like snags on her shirt. Go ahead and make a strength check.
A strength check. Where the fuck is it? Oh, strength is a fucking shitty thing. That's a 2.
Okay, yeah, you basically like try to pull with your tail as it like kind of pulls on her shirt, but it's stuck in there.
I'm
In
just
this,
like,
like kind of thick canvas.
for anyone curious, that was 29 damage, I think. 7, 6, 6, 10.
If only damage mattered when they were down like. But that's 26 split between 2.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because technically damage does matter, but only if you equal maximum. Okay, yeah. So, that's Mayhem entirely done. Goose's action is done.
Goose's bonus action will be
Bonus
done.
action is done.
Goose's action is starting the circle,
Okay.
and he's going defensive. Does the fact that I have the adhesive trait help me with on the ground to draw this circle?
Yes, totally. Yeah, you
like,
just kind of
like stick onto the ground and just like turn into like a little. I'm like a little like, it's like a little arm, and it's like printing the fucking.
yeah. So
the teleportation circle.
basically like a mechanical math.
I'm a Roomba.
compass.
I look like a Roomba, and I'm just drawing like.
Love it. Yeah. This Agitech Roomba is beginning to draw this teleportation circle.
Fuck
middle
yeah.
of this room. Amos and the elf are the only two people still in the room, I think. As they're just like, what? What?
Yeah, and there's a big red eye on them, or on, like... Yeah, no, actually, like, there's just an array of eyes across the front of the Roomba, and one big one on the back.
Okay.
I am the Magitech Roomba.
As, yes, it is now, as the wood elf kind of like, it, like, looks down at what you're doing, and station circle, not a bad idea, kind of thinks. The one that splits damage, the one that splits any damage you take in half and gives him half. Also increases your AC by 1. That's what you. As he's like, that's kind of vital to our survival. I'm doing a thing.
That's not safe for anybody in my vicinity.
As, then that guard is, knocked prone, stunned because of the nat 20, ball. So now it's just this guard. Who will go ahead and
You just saw a demonic-looking, vaguely
go ahead
cat-shaped
and
thing.
fail its willpower save. And at this point, they just kind of like back up and then like look at the other guards that are there and are just like, feel like we should fall back. As the one that is like fighting defensively and just hit the spider that has now turned into a cat, it kind of like, fucking coward.
Does he run past me?
He kind of like, no, because he turned back into a cat. So like he basically like would kind of like back up and then standing next to the other one. The one that hit you. So like within melee range, but
I just staring.
okay, as
Him is locked onto Tarto.
it is back to the top. Absinthe.
Absent?
My bad. So this one that attacked.
We're actually no, sorry. I got as Irina, as this is kind of happening, you you feel the still present, as you can tell that you can tell that there are people heading from there are people coming up stairs from Nexus below. There are people coming down from the Spelljammer, from the Spelljammer docks above.
I can't really do anything about it.
Reminder that, well, you can, uh, and any, like, you can suggest different things, right? I'm not just giving you an option. But certain things that you definitely can do, as a bonus action, perception check, to get a more accurate reading on what's going on. You can use action to mold earth to, like, shape the hallways.
That went out the window and.
No, the academy still feels alive. You still feel in, just can't fly anymore.
Well, don't aren't I still supposed to be trying to manifest too?
You are also man, but that's kind of happening. So.
Okay. Yeah, I guess.
Actually, due to manifesting, I'm gonna say you basically can one action. You can either do the perception check or try to start mold.
So would I be aware of the, like, Goose basically saying to hold, like, people off?
Yeah.
I mean, that was the general plan beforehand.
Yeah.
So the hallway, is there a door at the end of the hallway?
There is not. There are not doors to either of the stairs.
So
you
What
can
about
look at the
returning
map.
to your
You
body?
can look at the map yourself. Basically anywhere where it has, like, this narrow of a pathway kind of qualifies as a doorway, or if it has the white square.
okay, we're in.
Basically, yeah.
Where are we
Actually,
again?
it will be good for you to just continue asking me what has doors. This is where we are. We're in the helm, right? Nearby is the banquet chamber and then the balcony beyond. The hallway that goes up passes the spell library, then passes stairs down to the nexus, goes to a corner with stairs up to the spell dock, then it splits off and there's the officer.
Did you say I was able to close up hallways?
What you can try, yes.
So where, like, past Absinthe and Mayhem is where I'll try and close up the hallway so that they're still able to get back into the room.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, so you're just locking the guards in with us?
So, just kind of
I'm not worried about you guys.
Yeah, so, like, on this side of the, like literally just, like, where the hallway...
In between the spell library and the down to the nexus. Basically.
Well, I'm asking... But, are you putting it, like, right on the other side of the fight? So that it's, like, just outside where they are and closing that? Or are you trying to put it further in the...
Because people are coming up here, right?
Yes, they are.
Yeah, I was trying to make it so that they can't get, or at least have to try a lot harder to get to us.
Right. So what I'm saying is, which part of that hallway are you trying to make the seal happen? Like, are you trying to make it closer to the stairs? Or, like, right next to the fight?
I guess, like, right outside of where the 4 guards are.
Okay. As start to seal that, go ahead and Go ahead and roll a spell attack roll.
Okay. Just like a D20 or something.
Yes. Roll a d20. If you have, yeah, roll a d20 and
It's
add
plus your
spell
modifiers.
yes, your spell attack modifier, which
If
should
you
be
look
on
at
your
your
spell
spell
sheet.
sheet, yeah, if you look at your spell sheet, it should have it notated on there.
So +4.
Yep.
12 plus 4, so 16.
16, yes. As you like begin sealing that off, it basically seals it off the majority of the way. Where you have to kind of squeeze through, if anything. Basically, that can, like, even after fully sealing something, you can continue to mold earth to make it thicker and thicker, and that's gonna basically as
You should
yes.
have more than 2 as your modifier, or +4 as your modifier. Proficiency bonus alone is +4.
Spell attack bonus?
Yeah, it should be proficiency plus whatever your
Intelligence
spell
modifier.
attack. Is it intelligence for? Okay.
Yeah, for arcane tricks.
Mm-hmm.
So
Your intelligence is a 10 then?
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Okay.
As then we, as you split your attention, we then go back to the deck of Peregrine. Not the actual Peregrine, but the deck you've, as you and Wilhelm Reaver being one body, one soul in one body, trying to separate yourself again. At this point, you have managed to manifest yourselves different thought processes. Which basically nebulously shifts between you. As you well, here, alas, kinda seems, in part, we're more like-minded than I thought. There was some, vengeance fire in that skull of yours.
What do you mean?
I, caught a hint of it. You really enjoyed letting it out on Velvet Knot, didn't you?
Well, she deserved it.
Hey, people like that. That's something I can be on. Hey,
I heard in your thoughts you sailed with her?
I did. We sailed together for a while. He was very capable. Best people on my crew. Boys. If you were that happy about doing her in, then did something pretty bad to you, didn't she?
She killed my mom, burned down my house, and nearly killed my dad. And yeah.
As you back. Seen around you shifts to a building plane. It's not exactly from your angle. Instead, you're standing outside your own body. You can see the young 5-year-old child currently hiding behind the open door closet, watching as the flames that lap around the room. And that room, mother and father are fighting with as Velvet Knot runs mother watches her eyes. Never seen it from this angle. Ultimately, it's a memory, it's a fiction itself. Seeing it as Velvet Knot survived. Seeing it as you remember Velvet Knot eyes, life, light.
First and foremost would just be trying to stop it. Wouldn't want to remember it.
Go ahead and make a willpower save.
Yep. 11.
As you try to stop these thoughts, try to stop them manifesting. Does not. It stops. Freezes in the fire stops roaring. Light stops leaving eyes. Frozen.
Wait, this isn't right. This isn't. Something's not right.
As right as we tell it to.
I've never remembered it like this, though.
As Spelljammer help weird thing. Hellish. As your form shifts, notice your eyes drifting across rafters. Rather than scene itself. Looking at was you.
What?
As kind of shift through. Shit, I didn't mean think it as shift. And you watch in skips. Memory skips a beat, flying past death and getting shot in the leg. Fast forward. You kneeling over your father's body as your mother had, or as Velvet Knot has already left. As your father are hunched over it, protecting it from the pirates who burying your self begging them to stop, to save Wilhelm. Doorway. Watching come into the room. And
You?
at the room, foggy. Faces are walls. Basically, none of this room exists other than the rafters. As remembrance of Wilhelm. Way. It's because you left whatever going to happen.
Everything happened Because helped her?
So much more complicated than that, Loss. As we fight. As you are building the teleportation circle, basically we are jumping a few. There is now a kind of mass of people that are building up outside of the sealed hallway side, as you have fully obliterated the people on this side of the sealed hallway, as Mayhem, as you had managed to pick up the brooch, as Tarto's, as you probably stabbed Tarto one final time, the brooch glowed, and a pulse of necromancy triggered in it, and then it stopped.
As I pulled it from her corpse?
No, as she died.
Oh, okay.
As now there, as I said, there are those people on the other side. Basically, as it's continuing to like try to seal, they are like hitting it and trying to get through. As Absinthe up first.
So there are more people to fall up, correct?
Yes.
We're gonna wait. Is the guy who stabbed Goose still up?
No. No, you would have been able to deal with those guys.
It's just everyone's dead other than the people on the other side.
Correct.
Is there enough room for me to get through? I am
Definitely.
tiny size.
Yeah. However, there are at this point there are a couple dozen people.
As long as he still has the movement to get back.
How long do I have to get back? It's a minute cast time, isn't it?
Yes, basically we've skipped forward a few turns. We're going to have these kind of like time skip of turns for like the but basically we're going to come back to it a couple times. At the moment it is roughly a third of the way through.
Okay. I guess I'll chill in the room with them and wait for for the first person to come in, and then fuck that guy up.
Yeah. Someone's kind of like coming in. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Ouch. A 12.
Okay.
I do have to attack.
Yeah. That is a miss.
Yeah, kind of figured. 16.
Also a miss. Anything else?
Nah.
Okay.
I thought about using flurry of blows, but
as at this point, Seamus is like he's basically been like spending the last kind of bit just trying to wake as, can't die on me now, Wilhelm, I'll find a way. Still gotta find the fountain youth, buddy. As he kind of slams him on the back a bit, like throws him over his shoulder. And kind of, looks around. Well, I don't know how long, holding off the enemy will keep working. I kind of think it's about time for me to jump off this rock and use my feather. Huh? Goose would be the only person.
He's taking Wilhelm?
Yeah.
Do you mind sticking around for the rest of us? Or is it every man for themselves?
Well, I mean...
Don't forget,
it's...
You have an apology you owe my sister.
By all means. I, love to take all of you with me. Now, kind of like...
Do you have enough to take us all?
He reaches down and picks up Irina. Well, I think it's these two, and then the rest of you can fly. So I think, yeah.
You know, that's a very fair point. How does Featherfall work with being pulled?
Well, I mean...
Can we flying chariot this bitch? Because otherwise you're going to hit, what, the ocean with two unconscious bodies to try and swim.
That's true. Well, I mean... As far as I'm aware, I'd still have to be lifted in some way. It might be a little bit easier, but... two bodies. Well... Fuck, maybe the teleportation is the best idea.
I mean... I can have Mayhem, or I can also watch the window and make sure if the ground gets too close, I'll call it.
Aye, grand idea. Wish this guy would wake up.
The fuck did he do?
You don't fucking know. He's fucking dead.
He's dead?
He ain't breathing, I know that much. Neither is your lass.
No.
They're
No,
catatonic.
they're in the Spelljammer. Like, I'm...
Yeah, aye, exactly. It's like they never left it.
Is the spelljamming chair... What's the status of the spelljamming chair?
The helm itself looks like it still...
Mm-hmm. How do you undo that?
I don't really know. I mean... The knowledge of spelljammers have been kept secret for far too long. None of us have any clue on how these fucking things work.
The fucking book. Absinthe?
It's in your pocket dimension.
He clarified, he did roll a thing if he chose. I don't know if that took place or not.
Yes, but Goose wouldn't know. As...
That's true.
Yeah, what would it take to get into your pocket dimension?
24 hours, dude.
Oof. Okay, Absinthe, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
25.
Okay, yeah. As you you hear Goose basically yell the fucking book. As
It would have came from Mayhem if he's closer to Mayhem.
But no, because like again, you're not saying it like to
right.
You're not saying it to Absinthe. You're just like exclaiming it right after like what Seamus said.
Yeah.
Are you continuing on focusing to make the teleportation, sir?
Yeah. I don't have any. I don't have any other thing I can do.
Well, you can panic.
Well, no, I do have Mayhem. Right, Mayhem's turn. I will spend my bonus action to give him an attack as a reaction.
Yep.
Is the thing fully closed yet, or are they like coming through it?
They're coming through. They're basically like have managed to like hit it to keep it.
I don't know if it's going to fully seal.
Hebbity-ba-dee-ba-doo-doo, hebbity-ba-dee-ba-doo.
Serena's having problems, so I don't think
Don't
she's
do
gonna...
that. That's a Disney song.
Oh, is it really? Shit.
Didn't even know you were singing.
From
Robin Hood.
Robin Hood thing.
Oh,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, kind of fitting.
Mayhem did.
Huh. I guess. Weird thought.
Yeah.
I have Revivify from Mayhem.
Okay.
Revivify is essentially it's within the last minute that she's been out of her body.
Correct.
Technically, like, Revivify pulls the soul back into the body. Can I attempt to use it to jumpstart this bitch?
Yeah. So Mayhem like rushes back into the room.
Yeah.
And yeah, go ahead. Do you have the components for Revivify?
I do.
Good.
Oh. Just fucking like the defibrillator, like he kind of like runs in, does like this number, like his hands catch on fire, he's just like, wake the fuck up.
Yeah. As Irina, are you willing?
Arcane tethers rip.
As you basically you feel your soul being feel that you're being
I think I'm
are you
too
willing?
angry.
It doesn't say she has to be willing.
For the sake of story, I'm gonna say that it's like other 5 spells.
Do I get the chance to like try and like say something to convince her to come back?
Sure, yeah, I'll allow, like, as you're, like, casting it, like, what you are speaking kind of, like, echoes through.
She just hears Mayhem, a little bit of a tremble in his voice. Listen, you know he needs you. You can't fucking leave yet. And he's just gonna fucking... That's what he's saying. That you hear in Mayhem, like knowing Mayhem, you hear Mayhem's voice trembling as he goes, you know he needs you. You can't leave yet. Persuasion roll?
No, it's to another player, not
Okay.
Should probably just go into a freezer, like yell "damn it" and just go into a freeze response and not know what to do.
Okay. I will say that, like, basically Mayhem can potentially, like, casting that without it taking
It's kind of keeping that door open, kind of thing.
Yeah. Or just focusing.
Do I have to keep
But
spell slot going for that?
It would be spells.
Okay.
As then go back. More fucking complicated things. Can cycle. He's thinking back. Fucking run. Hey. We're just like them, and I couldn't fucking handle it. As scene shift. Ships in the ocean. As you see the flag, like this there's this port, and in the port there's a bunch of like see ships with the same flags. See a bunch of different flags, but all of them, along with their own Jolly Rogers, are flying skull cat ear, and you can see the flagship in the midst of, as you are not on that. You are instead on the deck of a Navy ship, as you see Wilhelm, this halfling, jumping around, shooting, as he like hits back to back. Well, more like head to, with this very tall woman, this 10-foot tall woman, holding, she is basically, she swings swings an anchor and just wallops someone, knocks them to the side, screaming as then explode on the dock. The port town catches fire, and fire begins as that fire engulfs flagship ship Calico Jack, pirate leader. As that fire ignites and engulfs this central bit, one of the main having exploded. Large woman attracted over. And she's like, Calico's down! As she says that, moment still, a bullet rings out. Her temples start to bleed to the ground. Reed, no! As Wilhelm kind of scrambles over her body, shooting someone at the approach. Reed, no! Down. Oh, you can't fucking go!
Hey, sorry for being a little late. Nobody told me what was going on.
As it just kind of grabs her collar and in time. Looks over as battle continues. Day goes over. Navy come. See. Pirates very much.
Wait.
As out. See that? Over there. Schooner. Flying a white flag. Alien vessel. Vessel that followed me. Scene changes to 7-year-old. Heard. That captain that bested, captain that killed Raid, the captain that after looks over to a ship that died. Captain. The broadside fires out. Civilian. Fucking found him. Fucking found that captain ship and I gutted him. Admiral by wasn't enough. Someone who
You still just walked away. Do you even know what they did?
even know they did. Lives they had lost. Comrades, the good people. You weren't supposed to fucking be there.
I meant you walked away from me.
You weren't supposed to fucking be there.
So just because I wasn't supposed to be there, you let them do all that to me?
Fucking know what they did. And sober, but sober fucking that night, but not so. I remember. Something awful is the play. As you are careening through the air, you have the whistles. At this point, the fire of the atmosphere kind of fades away from the side as you are whistling down through air. As you are falling through the air, and Absinthe, you alone were attempting to pull off the people. At this point, they have pushed through the hole and kind of pushed you back. You've taken out a good number of them, but they managed to bust down the seal that happened in the hallway. As numbers have significant, and just your numbers and tactics are managing. Well, yeah. Either would you have like continued to like fall back and continue back, or have just been trying to go through it?
How much longer you've got on that circle?
How much longer do I have on the circle?
Basically it's 1/3 of the time.
1/3 of the time.
So 20 seconds.
How am I doing on the residual energy on Revivify?
At this point you're kind of still maintaining it.
Okay.
However, it would be, I mean, how many have enough spell slots to have?
No.
Okay,
I
so
have
you're
two. I have enough to maintain it for 2.
so at this point you're still maintaining it, but this is taxing. You would probably maintaining it any further is gonna like borderline. Like at this point, probably have one. If you continued maintaining it, higher like circle thing. So basically, like one more that decision later. But yeah, you're still maintaining. So Absinthe, were you causing mayhem or backing up?
Well, at this point, I look like I'm getting overwhelmed, right?
I was gonna say I would have stopped before the level of exhaustion.
Okay, then it's not still active.
Yeah,
Okay.
Well, at this point, I'm going to, as my bonus action, drink a Beholder See All Drink All drink.
Okay.
And then as one of my actions, activate my Eldritch Maw. And I'm going to start messing some people up really bad. Because that gives me a 15-foot reach, an additional 1d6.
Now, is that as the name implies and coming out of your
mouth? Eldritch Maul.
Maul. Oh, okay.
Yes, because of the Eldritch Fury tattoos.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
And then Blood Fury tattoos until it starts looking a little dire. But when a creature I can see damages me, I do have the option to spend a charge of my Blood Fury tattoos to make an attack against that creature with advantage.
That's not even as a reaction.
Yeah.
I think it is my reaction.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yes. I have to spend a charge and use my reaction.
Yeah.
But I am currently defensive, so they have to roll a 27 to hit me. But I do an additional 1d6.
27 you said is what they would have had to roll? Okay, correct. So they would not have okay, and they would have managed it and basically gonna be basically you would have taken you would have been reduced to half of your by that by like holding.
Okay.
Like hit points?
Yeah.
Mm.
Do I have enough economy to take a drink of beer?
You used your bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's all you've used.
I used. Yeah. And then I used an action instead of a bonus action to activate my Eldritch Maul as well.
Okay, so you would have one action remaining. Based from.
Okay. What do I want to do?
Okay, yeah. That I'm gonna go ahead and basically roll that as giving disadvantage on attacks from.
To take a drink of that beer that I specifically said that I took from the bar.
Yeah.
And regain all but one of my hit points back because I have Amulet of the Drunkard.
Love it.
And then I believe I get some temp HP from the beer.
Correct. Did you make a con save?
I can. Yeah. With doing it as an action, is it still an advantage?
No.
As opposed to a bonus action?
No, you are not. With advantage is drinking responsibly, so like means over extended period.
Ah, okay. So that's a 6. Actually, might pass beer.
I think that does pass beer. Yeah.
I think that's like dead on beer.
That is dead on the DC for beer.
And then I think it's like a die 4 + 1 or something.
Yes, so you got 5.
Oh, is it automatically max for HP?
No, I.
Big shit-eating grin and just stare at him.
Yeah, you're gonna continue trying to hold him off. What is Mayhem do? I can't hear you.
Maybe they're muted. And sorry for being late, Kiara.
It's okay.
My Discord didn't ping me. Hopefully, I can at least get in 45 minutes-ish.
Well, you're a spectator. Main cast.
Primary, yeah. So, Mayhem, like it. He can't maintain the spell any longer. He's got to let go. Like if she can't, if she's not coming back, he can't hold it any longer.
Yeah.
So that's kind of up to her.
Well, no. So if you choose to not hold, if you choose to not hold it, yeah, that was last round. If you choose to not hold it, then you won't have spent any spell slots to make that one. But if you do choose to hold it to this round, then that will give you a level of exhaustion. Because you burn 3 spell slots and.
Gotcha. So like, I can't use lower spell slots than that for that, right?
I would say.
Because I have more smaller spell slots. I could try and cram together like batteries taped, but like.
Yeah. I'd say. Like. Can take all of your spell slots from one level below, and those will count as 1. And all of your spell slot, like at each level below it, they'll be added together to 1 spell slot. For the sake of maintaining.
Gotcha. So.
And it starts top down.
It starts top down. What do you mean?
Yeah, so you can't be like, I'm gonna burn all of my first level spell slots to maintain this enough. It will start from your highest available.
So okay, so I could burn all of my second levels to maintain this, and then next time if I don't I could do my first levels at that point, or would my first levels equate to 1 second level?
They'd equate to the 1/3.
Okay. Okay.
Is that what you're doing?
Okay. Yeah, if I can do, well, hold on. No, even if I do that, I'd be so in. Yeah, yeah, I'll do that. Sorry, it took me a second to decide. Just because Mayhem thinks logically and would calculate out like the risk, like mentally, while like still like in that moment. But yeah, I'll burn my second levels to maintain it through to this round. If there's anything else I can do. What action economy does it consume to maintain that energy there?
I'm basically saying it's like continued casting. You are just, it is pretty much just your.
I'm just okay. So I'm double incapacitated right now because I'm focusing on two different.
Well, Goose is focusing on one thing and Mayhem's focusing on. So I am allowed.
That's what I mean. Yeah. That's yeah. Because it is Mayhem's spells versus Goose's spells. It's two separate casters. Yeah. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Are you saying another thing?
Irina, I know, like, it's hard to think of because he tries to hold himself so well, but he's just a kid too. You're his family. Don't leave yet. He's not ready to lose anyone. You weren't either, but doesn't mean you need to give up yet.
Problem is, that was pretty damn convincing because she really cares about him.
She fucking does, and you know, like, the fucked up thing is, he's about the same age.
He's younger!
And at
no,
the moment,
he's 5.
At the moment, what was the moment, what Irina just said, Mayhem just said about, and said what they did. Deaths that your parents. Those 2 moments that Irina.
So it's like Goose as like the tiny 5-year-old mimic face, just and then the horror you could see that would be on his face, realizing you're not coming back.
She did also say to Wilhelm that he just walked away, which I think she'd feel guilt for if she didn't go back.
Yeah. Happen.
guess so.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
she's gonna yell at Wilhelm before she does. um, I don't know, something along the lines of like, "This isn't over. We're not done yet."
Judging by the predicament, I feel like it seems pretty over. Get pulled. That's the last thing it says. Waken back in your body. On ship as it is green in the academy. You awaken. Mayhem's dead.
I push him off me. I don't say anything, I just push him off and turn away.
He doesn't say anything either, but for the first time you've ever seen in the history of Mayhem, you see a tear on his face.
She's fucking alive. She's back. Get Wilhelm back. Get him out of there.
He's gonna have to hold on for a minute.
Why the fuck would he need to do that?
Raw magical energy and $300 worth of diamond.
Fucking hate you mages, you're too complicated. Fuck. As yes, as you are back and Seamus has gone. What now?
Here's a thought. I don't know exactly how the whole mind meld works, but their consciousnesses were basically one at the moment when I was attempting to pull the soul back. No clue what you'll do with that, but
interesting. For now, nothing. Yes, is Irina and Mayhem going to help, like, fight the enemy?
Yeah, if I'm allowed to, yeah.
As, in the tumbling rocks of Earth and Primordial, you're pull back and don't let them reach the this door or the door to the banquet. As delay that.
Don't know who the fuck, but someone says we should hold back to the door.
I mean, all of you did hear the rumbling of the rocks.
Oh, yeah.
He's the only one that can understand.
He's the only one that can understand. But all
yeah. The academy says fall back to the doors. We can't go into the banquet hall. I have to stay here to cast the spell.
The rest of you hold them off.
The rest of... It's partially lost in translation. The rest of you hold them off. Who is this? I thought this was you. We fucking made friends with a castle right before.
Do you listen?
Inner monologue.
You guys do that, or you guys do something?
Mayhem is like careening in with Absinthe. Yeah.
I would be taking just a second.
So Mayhem like plunges into like the groups of enemies, right?
How does Mayhem how does Absinthe look?
Absinthe, well, technically this is still the same. Absinthe, as you like would have heard, or you would have heard the ship set like relay the all back. Would you or would you stay in the fray?
No, your first turn. I thought you left.
Yeah. You had gone
They
to
weren't
like
in.
that hole was down on the other side of like, which was the hallway, not in the room.
Oh, that's what. Can I respond in Primordial?
I mean,
or no, we already know that it.
You already know that if they don't speak Primordial, they don't get it.
I don't know if the fucker can hear me though. Don't worry about me. I can get myself back even if you close it.
You say that in Primordial?
No, I know Primordial doesn't help.
Are you saying that as Mayhem?
Yeah. Well, as Goose's voice through Mayhem, if that makes any sense.
Right. So Absinthe, were you falling back or were you staying up in the falling back to a new defensive position or staying in the fray itself?
You're muted, Bob. We can only hear you a little.
My bad. So I'm assuming with the little bit of a boost, everybody I was fighting is pretty jacked up right now.
Yes, but there are more coming.
How many?
Yeah, I'll fall back.
There are basically like every time you take down some, more take their place. Like at this point, you can't really count it. It is thin corridors, basically them coming. Or really, like they're kind of balancing 3x3, and then people poke out with guns, fire, Rodden with their disintegration sticks.
The only person left unconscious
said
is
he was...
Wilhelm, right? Or sorry, I'm not meaning to interrupt.
Wilhelm's dead, not unconscious.
Right. But he's the only one limp.
Yeah.
Is he like dead or still on saving throws?
His body's dead. Because like when his soul is completely out of his body, soul is the life force of the body, so his body is dead.
So Way of Mercy won't bring him back.
No. If it, yeah, his body is not harmed.
Question. I have pretty good knowledge on spelljamming, like the helms and like the way that the ships work. Do I know if the body can return if the ship is, or if the spelljamming helm is destroyed?
If the spelljamming helm basically transfers the soul. It's the thing that transfers. So if the spelljamming helm is not working, there's nothing to transfer the soul back.
So if the soul is, the soul.
Basically, when you pulled Irina back out, you kind of functioned like a spelljamming helm.
Oh, cool.
So maybe later. So yeah, I'll fall back and try to funnel him into the doorway.
Yeah.
Goose has a little bit of a thought. Look, we can come back to try and pull Wilhelm back into his body, but with him being the only unconscious one, you can swim, right? Like we can.
Who are you?
Yeah, Seamus. We can get out of here at this point, right?
No, the teleportation.
No, I mean like, fuck the teleportation. We just jump out the window. Like at this point, it's feasible to jump, and everyone can either fly or feather fall, and then swim, for the most part, when they get down.
We definitely could, but well, that's putting us in the same area. Well, Spelljamming Corps pretty mad at us. They know the area, and we're only swimming.
I can do the teleportation circle later, like, but it might be wise to get out of this rock before it splashes.
What if the flying people functioned as like made us function like skis? Like...
That's what I was thinking originally. Like, I give Wilhelm, or I give Seamus a rope, and me and Absinthe just pull him like gradually in a direction while not stopping his low fall from working.
I mean, I can't fly either.
You'd be in the feather fall as well.
Oh, okay.
We just need you conscious, because 3 tiny creatures and 1 normal-sized creature trying to carry 2 dead bodies is difficult.
Yeah.
Well, Seamus grabs grabs out a scroll case and tosses it. You guys can fucking go. I'm staying here to try to figure out something for Wilhelm.
I ain't leaving his ass.
Thank you.
We're not leaving.
Don't thank me.
Listen, we're kind of in this mess trying to save you fuckers. I'm not about to leave and just cut it dry with the destruction of this place.
Hey, well, if he's in the frickin' ship, well,
hold on.
Don't exactly want it destroying with him in there.
Absinthe, do you think you can hold us off for a second? Like, hold this off by yourself for a minute?
Not by himself, as the earth in the hallway does begin to closed at the bottleneck that I'm told back to.
Gotcha. Is the balcony on the banquet hall on the still in the side of the thing? Fuck it. I'll be back.
Yeah.
If I can, I'm gonna start heading out and up towards the spelljamming dock.
Okay, yeah.
Midway through, we'll go invisible, but
you're heading up that way. Mayhem.
Yeah.
Okay. So. As it is. Go ahead and as you kind of head out and then try to fly back down, trying to dive with it. Go ahead and make an acrobatics check for.
Do I by chance get any sort of advantage for the fact that I have multiple forms of fly speed? I have magical fly speed, and then I also have wings.
Yeah.
It's your call.
I'm gonna say.
Okay. Acrobatics. Fuck it. That's not a natural 20, but that's a 20.
Okay.
It's like.
You manage to dive in. As you're kind of flying out, you can see the ground is very, very cold at this point. as Mayhem kind of hears that teleportations, well, the teleportations would probably finish just in time before it crashes. The ship, like grabbing a ship and coming around, that's what you're thinking of. Would
probably not make it.
No. If you got a skiff, if you got like a small vessel, then you could, then you think.
What about if I got the turtle ship and just getting it out? Right,
Sure,
not
yeah.
trying to pull it around yet. Okay.
As you get the turtle ship out, what's the next step of that?
The next step of that plan is that we have a ship to sail away in underwater, and it's the only vessel that we've been told.
Okay, yeah, okay. So basically, having that. You guys are getting down. Hey, a goose cat. Goose cat,
Yeah.
listen to me.
Yeah.
Play this to your lass, would you?
Alright.
Nice. This has been going on too long. That's finding yet one more person to take revenge on. Finding someone that the person wanted revenge on in the first place. Doesn't fucking end. You know it doesn't fucking end. I'm still fucking looking. Stop.
Don't be giving me words like they're your last.
Are you
We ain't leaving you this easy.
fucking relay, Goose?
Yes, I didn't know you meant in the moment. Arena! Spooky Boulder dude says rumble, grumble, stumble, stumble, grumble. No, I'm kidding.
You relay it as he says.
Yeah.
Irina, how do you respond? Like, do you respond or do you?
Just looks mad. Doesn't say anything.
Then I say, don't be fucking speaking like it's gonna be your last.
Maybe it fucking should.
And maybe it should be, but that's not.
I've been elongating this fucking downward spiral of a life for too long, and well, going down fighting seems like the right way to go. I've taken too much away from you, Irina. Ass, to give stuff back. Years of life took stuff away from you. Well, they killed you, which is possible.
Again.
But get the fuck out of here. Hold them off. If I don't know what happens, but if I'm still alive after I crash, keep them paying attention. Don't do what I fucking did. Don't look for just one more person to blame. This never ends.
God, I know what fucking mayhem feels every time I talk through him now. I'm kidding. I don't actually say that.
Did you relay that to me?
Mm-hmm. I do, yeah. In my best Wilhelm impression. Which is pretty good, because my vocal cords are made out of basically silly putty.
Yeah. These rocks have a strong Irish accent.
Sounds like Spring Falls.
I will just grumble like, you're still coming with us.
Oh shit, you speak Primordial?
Well,
well, no, he can understand.
I know, joking about the grumbling.
I was meaning because you grumbling.
What you fucking gonna take with you, my corpse?
Take the whole damn ship with me, you motherfucker.
Onto that, Irina, or you?
I guess I'd just be like, oh, yeah, that was my plan.
Yes, we're taking your corpse with us.
I'll have fun with it. I'm not really exactly coming with. But,
We'll be coming back for your ass.
If I remember correctly, your thing has to happen within a minute. Circles.
Mine does. Revivify 10 minutes, I think.
As you
You're right on that.
fight, and as you're fighting, the circle is it's pretty much done. You're very close to hitting the wall as you're finishing the circle. As the turtle ship has kind of like dived down into the water prior, presumably Mayhem piloting it.
Yep.
As
My cat is a spell
what
cast.
does Goose do as he finishes?
He's just gonna yell, "Everybody who's coming, get the fuck in!" I'm holding. If I don't know how you like those sort of like spells, but like I think of it, it's like this like arcane thing that's like in on like the eye or whatever, and there's like he's holding the point, and he just has to like pull it down just enough, like on command to fucking activate it.
Yeah.
But like is holding it, waiting for everyone to get the fuck over here.
Yes. Us can't really come back. David Jones got a dibs on my soul. Got me about a century of life back.
Huh.
Even if I'd want to, I'm not coming back once I'm gone.
Kindly, I don't mean to intervene, but I don't think you go to the afterlife. How much of this gigantic rock do you think really has to hold together for your ass to be stuck here? We're coming back. You just sit tight. I do relay what he said to the rest of the group as well, but I'm also like, at this point there's one mouth talking and then there's another mouth talking that interrupts the first mouth.
As I'll get in.
I like to think that it's just a Rubik's Cube that I'm struggling to solve to turn on the...
Yeah.
That's how I cast teleport is just a Rubik's Cube, and I'm like, motherfucker, for like a minute.
Irina. Irina.
I feel like
Coming back for
probably start being kind of like, wait, he can only be dead for a minute?
for mine. There's other people that can raise people from the dead. I just can only do it in a minute.
Only if the soul's free to come back, right? Won't be if I die.
Well, then there's nothing we can do about it.
Irina.
Unless someone can give me a 3rd level spell slot right the fuck now. Which is a bitch, because Goose has one, but Mayhem don't.
I might be able to get a few more answers before we hit, though.
Really can't.
We can't. We've got 10 seconds.
We can lie to herself.
I can see outside. I am currently underwater.
Get in now.
I mean, the ship's waiting. If you want to do the splish splash, like, that's your call. But no, actually, it's not. Listen, I just pulled your ass back from the afterlife. Let's go. I'd say it's your call, but I know what your fucking decision would be. Get in the circle.
Fine.
As Irina, you step in,
Is Absent getting in?
everyone, at most, Absinthe could be, like, flying out of the thing.
Yeah.
As everyone's kind of standing in the teleporting, says, "In this cycle, lass, don't create another you like I did." As the magic begins to trigger, Irina, when you were inside of the helm, it had so much strength, so much capability. Remembering now, just with some dense, more power, or than might be.
Don't do it.
As the spell is beginning to trigger, and feel the of Spire, ultimate helm.
So the chair came back for a second?
Yes. The chair is functioning right now. Like the lights all turned on.
And I remember that it was stronger when there were 2 souls in there.
Can you turn into a bear trap and just...
I say I'm sorry, and I run for it.
As jump out right as it acts. Everyone else teleport. Turtle jump, touch. or in running and as you are putting in all of the energy, you're putting in spirit. Feel that you are at the brink. Let me fucking save you, lass. Let me do one right thing in my whole fucking life. He says that his whole fucking life spirals. Goes through that has fallen. Distraughtness at the death of his first wife. The elation loving her and loving the brokenness at losing them. Of let me just fucking save you.
You're not dying today.
As you can feel two of you pushing with all of your taking the both of you. His soul damned. Just wants something miserable. Or
As a side note,
sacrifice yourself
the Spelljammer
as someone who can theoretically working for as someone who can theoretically letting him sacrifice himself for you. Wretched man caused you so much. Or at the
I say that, like, you're telling me to end the cycle, but it's a lot harder said than done. So, prove that you're gonna do it yourself. Make the hard choice.
elemental academy crashes deep in islands outside of water. Element crushed. as Helm and Seamus up. Well, Seamus, while you were sailing away. A bit later, as you're searching for Seamus ends up find a note from Wilhelm dictated.
This motherfucker. This motherfucker. Break the fucking cycle. He was fucking there. You better hope that she comes back. Just say that to myself and keep looking. Keep looking. All the birds. Just flock of birds, flock of familiar, fucking hunting down her body. Actually, octopi.
I'm actually starting to fall asleep, so I missed what happened. Sorry, I'm usually try to be in bed about an hour ago.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's alright.
Irina jumped out of the teleporting.
Irina, out of the teleporting, sacrifice herself, Wilhelm, to end the cycle. Work at fixing. Basically, if you want penance. I know.
By a note?
As I'm reading that, just a side note, as I'm reading that, I am gonna cast locate animals and plants.
Okay, yeah.
On specifically targeting Wilhelm. Where
the
the fuck is he?
The note very much saying they're terrified. Like they told you through the note because they figured they'd just be.
Are they within 5 miles?
As you cast that spell, as you reach out, flurry of loss.
I'm coming for you. Oh.
I sacrificed myself to save him, and you're just gonna go kill him?
I'm not gonna kill him. There are many worse things I can do than killing a man. Oh, I'm gonna make you a hideous masterpiece.
What the fuck?
Oh, I have a
Absinthe
I have a
is just gonna
delightful
look at
send
Goose.
off.
Absinthe is just gonna look at Goose and be like, "I need time," and fly off.
Oh,
I'll be in touch.
You know, Mayhem, I've been trying to figure out what the fuck I am, what the fuck all of this is for. I have followers now. It's time that I make everyone realize I'm not a peaceful deity. My purpose here is in forgiveness. That's the last words he says for the session. Oh fuck!
As Absinthe, as he's flying away, pulls the book out and looks at it.
No, listen,
No.
motherfucker.
No, that is entirely correct. Would have the book. As yeah, the what Absinthe does with the Spelljamming Helm, create scroll is up to you. If you want to democratize it and add it to the play, like the pool, so that all players can have it, then we'd.
I haven't decided yet, but I'm assuming a lot of people are going to figure that it was destroyed in the Spelljammer.
Right.
So, I will point out.
I will
that,
say the academy remains mostly in contact. It's just now a corpse. Beforehand, it was a giant earth elemental. That had been gifted power of, but then someone moved that and it space. Now it's basically just a big pillar of earth, dead earth elementals. So it's just a big pillar. Outside of the thing, Academy still that is now. But all of that said, I need to get off second, or my partner will.
Yeah.
Said this would be done a half an hour and a half ago.
I'm sorry.
Well,
it is okay.
I'm
very glad that I was able to this story part of this story. Am I upset that I messed up about some things around it? Yeah, but I'm very glad that I was able. Very glad that I was. Yeah, I'm gonna end this now and hop off the call. Thank you guys for watching, and thank all of you so much for genuinely amazing.